Okay, let's do some game dev. Yeah, shall we? Shan't we? Shalln't we? All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. What do I need to make a pinned comment? We are going to try this UE5, C++ game dev, RPG, Colony Sim, procedural, terrain. Okay. And that comment. There we go. Okay. So yesterday I was looking into scene proxies and got that sort of figured out, but then Nanite wasn't working. So I spent a little bit of time this morning. That's why I'm starting a tad late. For the past like hour and a half, I've been trying to figure out how to get the Nanite part to work, and I finally got it working. So here we are. Now I just need to like clean everything up. Now I just need to clean everything up here. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for the sub. So yeah, I ended up having to do some weird hacky shit. Like I have a static mesh component. I need to use this initialize from static mesh component part, but then it's like I don't want the static mesh component to actually render because I'm like gonna do that myself. So then I end up like setting the static mesh to null pointer at the end. And then I also had to, it was like that plus this part where I actually had to create a scene proxy from the static mesh component. That seemed to be the trick. Now I need to like get rid of things that I don't need, I think. Because not all of this scene info data, not all of my code here is necessary. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Component ID is probably still going to be relevant, so I will keep that. And then this, I'm going to test if that's needed or not. Okay, let's rebuild that. Let's run that. Rerun that. Okay, so let's see if that still works, and if it still works, we can delete that commented out code and move forward. So I'll actually need to create something to manage the lifetime of instances now. I'll essentially have to create like a little wrapper around an instanced static mesh component, right? Which will be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Probably just use a subsystem for that, honestly. I don't know that I would need more than one. And we'll see, we'll need to do some tests for performance, see how performant it is. So hopefully we can get all that done today. We'll see though. I don't have a whole lot of time today. It will be a bit of a shorter stream because I started late. Let's just run. Okay, so okay, so my materials are gone. My materials are gone, I repeat. Materials are gone. Was it now, is that the material relevance here that I commented out? Is that... Okay, let's put that back. Let's put that back. Okay, let's see. Do we have materials now? Okay, so that was necessary. Interesting. That was necessary. So this stuff seems fine. And let's make sure he's still nanite. Make sure he's still excuse me. He is indeed still nanite, but we fucking crashed. Ah! Why? I thought I fixed you. I thought I fixed you. I don't know why, like the, I kind of feel like just not resetting the data here. Yeah, I kind of feel like just resetting the data is easier and didn't cause any issues. Minor consistency. Thank you. Are you doing this as a solo dev? Yes. Yeah, it's just like kind of hobby free time stuff at the moment. Okay, Dr. Elliott told me there's an issue that can happen if the data is in use by the render thread, but I haven't encountered that issue, and I've only encountered issues while trying to reset the data this way. So yeah. We're gonna do it like this. Okay, see, now his materials are messed up. Okay, so it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was just running it a second time that did it. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. What would I need to do for the materials here? Am I using cursor and Claude code? No, that's JetBrains writer that you're looking at. The nanite materials are not materialing. Yeah, not materialing. Which is weird. What's I should have committed that. Let me undo a little bit. Undo. Yeah, the materials don't get like loaded on the first run. What am I missing? What would I be missing? I mean, is it the custom primitive? It has to be the custom primitive data, right? Well, no, because it was showing the world grid material. And this should be setting, like this should handle all of the material information. Yeah, this sets the material relevance, so there's no way I need any of that. No shot. What else can go on the scene desk? What else can go on here? we should add to scene. Scene info data. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to figure out why that's not the case, because I'll have to effectively restart the editor to test it, because it's like the materials don't get loaded the first time. And scene proxy description, custom primitive data. Do I need to set the component? Let's set the component ID. Let's set that as well. Let that boot up and then run live coding. What is your theme? The editor theme is Darkula. I think that's some of the default JetBrains theme. Okay. Can I have my material loaded, please? No, I cannot. But then I run it again and it's fine. Lame. What difference does Nanite make in your project? It's pretty substantial when I have 2,000 entities spawned all in one place. I definitely noticed it when I turned it off. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. And also, I wonder if that's going to be an issue in... let me try a standalone thing. See if that's still an issue. Maybe it's just an in-editor thing. We'll have to see. No, it's still... there. Nanite is virtualized geometry. And Google, beyond that, Google will be able to give you a much better answer than I can. Explanation. I don't remember. I don't know if this is like an existing issue or not. Let me see what else is on here in terms of material. Use Nanite override materials. You know what? This seems like a distraction. This seems like a bit of a distraction. And what I am going to do, I'm just going to, let's commit what I have here just to have a good place to go back to. Just want a good place to go back to. Let's just commit. This is going to be scene proxy mesh proof of concept. Yeah, commit and push. Okay, now I think what I want to do is just get started working on the kind of like a subsystem to handle this. And maybe I should just work that into my ISM subsystem that I already have. And then that way I can just pop it in and out, you know? ISM actor. Yeah, I should maybe have 2 actors here, and I could maybe just create like a little boolean or something to toggle between the 2. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Then let's create, I guess we'll need to create an actor to... Do I need an actor at all here? No, I don't think I need an actor at all, actually. I don't think so. All I really need is owner and actor. Well, no, it just takes a U object, primitive U object. Try getting up to speed since yesterday, but it's really confusing. I agree. Any new insights? Yeah, I got Nanite working. But now my materials don't load on the first run. But if I run it again, they're loaded. So that's the new issue. I had to do a combination of this plus unsetting the static mesh after that. Which, you know, for this subsystem is going to be kind of annoying because that means that I'm going to need a static mesh component on it to, like, use as my, like, initializer. I am creating game, yes. I am creating a game. Maybe let's just reuse this test lightweight spawner class since we already have things set up here. Yeah, let's just use this. Okay, so I guess we'd want an array of, like, I need to, like, manage the instances myself, essentially. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to do, like, the remove at swap mechanics and stuff like this. Yeah. It's gonna be kind of a pain, but we'll get it done. We'll get it done. In play. So let's just create some functions here. Public. We're gonna go void add. Well, no, let's return primitive instance ID, which is I think what we use here, right? Primitive scene ID, primitive component ID. Yeah, this is what we'll hang on to. We'll return that. Add instance f transform. Definitely want to have that, and then we would want a void where we can, like, bool remove instance is what we would want, and we would want to take in that f primitive component ID. Very good. Instance ID. And then let's also say something like we want like an update instance update instance instances. My fingers just automatically typed that. Yeah. Okay, so adding instance, I need some data structure to keep track of my instances. The easiest thing in my head is just a map, but that feels kind of slow. I wonder what the what is the instanced static, oh, wrong, static mesh component use under the hood? They use a matrix for the transform. Well, they do use, I guess it's just an array of f instance static mesh data. Well, for instance, static mesh data. For instance, that's previous transform. Well, I guess that's all just like in an array. It's all just in an array, I suppose. What are we making? We're making a video game. We're making a subsystem for scene proxy meshes. kind of get around having to update instance static mesh instances on the game thread. We're trying to make it a little bit more performant here. And so I guess maybe like an array, I could have an array of the primitive component transforms. So as long as we don't add or remove off the game thread, I think we're okay. That would need to either, well, we could lock, because that shouldn't happen that much. We could lock for that. Let's create a mutex. Let's go mutable. Does it need to be mutable? No, it doesn't need to be mutable. F read write lock, critical. I'll just say read write. Yeah, create one of those. So the first thing we want to do is dot F write scope lock, and then yeah, we want that on each of these. And I suppose we would want a F transform get instance transform too, and then we can put the read lock there. F read scope lock. There we go. But I think I want two arrays, I think, is the most efficient way. I want a T array of the F primitive instant. Wait, can I do that? Or do I just need I think I need a T map. I need a T map of primitive instance ID to uint 32. And then I want a T array of F transform. Is that what I want? Or I guess I need probably the test proxy data. Or do I need to create multiple scene proxies for each thing? I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out what I need. I definitely need custom primitive data. I definitely need that. Yeah, I probably have to do this for each. Here, let's do this. Yeah, this is going to be... This is going to be... I wonder, can I set static mesh off the game thread? That's going to be super annoying. So the scene proxy description. That part, I can probably have like a copy of that and just reuse. And then, yeah, just have a piece of that. And copy it for each one. That could be fine. We'll just let's keep it simple for now, though. We'll just do the most naive approach first. We'll do the most naive approach first. So I think we would probably let's just do ftest proxy data. Create an array of that. And then the transform that needs to, I would need a transform on here as well. Let's slap that on there. Proxy datas. Or I'll say instances. Instances. The proxy, why do I have that as this thing? I don't think I need to do that. We're gonna get rid of that. Data then will need to be, I guess this will actually need to be an array of pointers. A unique pointer. Okay, and so let's throw this. I know. Let's throw this in add instance, I suppose, but let's create a function for it. Protected, this is going to be This is going to be, I mean, I guess we just throw it in here. Fuck it. Just throw it in here. Okay, so we create the data and then we should add it as instances.add the new data into 32. This is going to be the index. And then what we do here is that we are going to, create the new primitive instance ID. And then primitive component ID. It should be primitive component ID. I used the wrong one there. Primitive component ID. New ID. And that way it is stable, return new ID. Can I not initialize that way? What the fuck do you want? I really can't, okay, I have to like, there's no constructor for that, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. I guess I need like a next ID pointer, or not pointer, counter. You went. Add and return the new ID. Yeah, that should be cool. That should be good. And then when we remove the instance, I will need to do like a remove at swap. I will need to do the remove at swap. And this part as well. Okay, so let's get the data here. Which maybe doing a map and an array is too much indirection, but I think I would like the array to be able to do like some nice batch updates, nice and fast. Which could be good for the ECS. So instances, or rather instance to index map, find instance ID, and so we're gonna call this uint32 instance. Oh, it needs to be a pointer. Instance index equals that. Actually, just throw that into an if statement. If we have that. Otherwise, return false because we didn't have one. We'll return true because we did remove one. So let's fetch the unique pointer. This is data equals I don't know, move temp I don't think is what I need here. Why can't I attempt to use delete a constructor? Do I have to wait? Do I have to move temp here? ftest proxy data. Why don't you like that? There we go. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, why can't I use a non-const? It is interesting. But anyways, we'll remove the primitive from the scene there. And then we need to like delete this data. And so I guess we'll just data.reset, huh? We'll need to remove it from the instances. Remove at swap, remove. And if I remove at swap, then I need to like reset this instance to index map here, or like rather change the index. So if we remove at swap here, we would have taken the last one and put it in there. And I guess I need a way to like go backwards then at that point. Maybe I should just like put this in the T map just to start. See how fast we can actually get moving and grooving on it before we get too complicated. Yeah, let's just do this. Hang on. Call this instance map. We'll just use a map first here. Just at first, just to make it easy. Just to make it easy. Move temp. Yeah, that's probably important. I didn't do that before. Yeah. Okay, so in this instead will be the data. It's a pointer. It's a pointer. Now, so then I would need to say remove primitive. Data needs to be like a. We need to dereference it. Dereference it and create a pointer from the scene description. Blueprints for most things are fine. Blueprints for most things are fine, but if you're doing like heavy iteration over like a lot of things, if you're writing something that needs to be efficient, like blueprints are not going to be the most efficient way to do that, but for most things they're totally fine. Like if you're just making a normal game, you can probably do most of it in blueprints and be fine. But if you're doing any heavy iteration over thousands and thousands of entities or anything like that, you'd want to do that in C++ if you're worried about performance at all. So, you know, I do things like procedural terrain, and I wrote my own ECS, so both of those things are very, very performance intensive things. Janelle, welcome in. Good morning. Yeah, so gone are the remove at swap. This gets a little bit easier. Instance map dot. I suppose I want to grab the pointer off of here first so that we can properly reset it, though. Is there a remove and return? Okay, we'll do that at the end. We'll do that at the end. But I should move it, yeah. It doesn't like that it's because it's const. It's not const. Ref. What about if it's just ref? Is that fine? Why is it const just because I put it in a map? Okay, that actually, that's fine. So remove it, get the data, remove it, and then data to delete dot reset. And then I think we should be good. I think we should be good there. Update instance transform. Okay, so we would just need to do this. I would just want to do that. Wait, do I even need the transform here? I mean, I guess if I ever wanted to get the transform, yeah, I would need to. I would need to. A new transform, yes, yes, yes. So data, let's dereference that and then go transform equals new transform. Do I need to do that? Do I need to do that? What is the render matrix for? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know if, let's see if I don't need to do that first. Let's see if I don't need to do that first. And we will, oh, I never used the instance transform. Let's use that instead. Dot get location, transform. And then update primitive transform. That's on scene interface. Can I actually, it would be nice to see the actual definition of that. Is there any one of this in a... That seems like the right place to look here. Get scene data, get scene proxy. Should recreate proxy on update transform. Previous transform gets set. Would set transform be redundant any thread? If perform update. What transform does it actually use? Where is that at? Update transform render thread. Local to world? That's a matrix. I mean, attachment root position and previous. I mean, I guess that's all the information it needs, right? So this all needs to get queued up on the render thread, I suppose. I mean, that gets it off the game thread, but I'm wondering how much render thread time this is going to take. But I mean, it has to go to the render thread anyway at some point, regardless of whether I do it the old way, the component way, or the scene proxy way. So maybe it won't really make that much of a difference. Deref the pointer and just, yeah, I guess if we're gonna set that transform, I need to probably need to set these things. Yeah, let's just copy pasta there. New transform. Okay, and so we're going to return bool. Return true there, return false there. Okay, otherwise, I guess I do need a bool. Return a bool there. For whether or not it was found. We would need to know that. And then pass in the out transform. Out transform equals that. Why are you mad? Because this isn't updated. Okay. Okay. So we have the basis of a subsystem there. Now I need to make sure we clean everything up on in play. So we're just going to for loop through, I guess I can just for each here. Over the instance map. ID, data pointer. What is data pointer here? Oh, you're not, I don't need to dereference you. Okay, just do that. Data.reset, good. Remove instance, data to delete, reset. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have this like little actor. Let's put it on our ISM subsystem now. The object pointer, a test lightweight spawner, include it. What am I calling this? I'm just gonna call this scene proxy spawner. Or I'll call it a scene proxy ISM. I don't know. It's not an instance static mesh at all, but it kind of acts like one. Okay, on another one on begin play. And if we add, I guess, do I want to pass in like a Boolean or something for which one I should use? I don't like instantiate the subsystem in the editor or anything. I mean, maybe I'll just do some comments here. Yeah, and I guess I need to pass in the static mesh, right? Yeah, that's the part I forgot about. That is the part I forgot about. I'm just treating this all as like one static mesh. And I'll probably need to do some fancy stuff with the static mesh component. Not fancy, but I'll have to do more with it, I think. Oh, it can't be const. That's fine. That's fine. Comment that out because we're not going to use that. Update in, oh, I need the bounds. I mean, I guess if I already have the bounds on it, we're just going to reuse it. Is that safe? Because we'll be constantly transforming it, and it's going to look weird, maybe? Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. Maybe it doesn't matter. But we're just reusing the same static mesh component, like, as an initializer, and then just swapping the static mesh on it. So I'll probably need, like, a configuration static mesh component for each thing that I intend to spawn, and I'll need to set all the different properties on there that like I care about, so that this gets initialized properly. Oh, I didn't do custom data either. So let's do this. We're going to do yeah, custom data. It actually knew what I wanted there. Does it need to be an F vector 3F? What is this? No, it's just a T array of float. Bad AI. Update instance transform. Do I need to, like, where does this custom primitive data come into play? Where is that read from? Get custom primitive data. Okay, on the primitive scene proxy. So then where are you used at? Of course, another function. Get custom primitive data. This is in get custom uniform buffer thingy. So maybe I can just set this directly and I don't need to like call anything specific. There's not like a set custom primitive data, is there? No, it doesn't look like there's like a specific setter. So we're just gonna like, we're just gonna write to that, I suppose. And hope the scene takes care of the rest of it. Custom data, custom primitive data. We're just going to slot that in right there. This ID value, actually, though, we need that to be... Let's go ahead and add this up front. And then that way we can use this here. Well, primitive scene ID, we just set that equal to new ID. Yeah. And then we have the custom primitive data there. Cool. Component ID, scene info, primitive scene ID. Yeah, so that should already be set as well. Let's move this closer to where it needs to be. Yeah, and so I guess let's just create a function for update instance transformable for like update instance custom data. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. That is exactly what I want. And then I guess I just need the read lock here. Wait, do I need the write lock here? No, I only need a read lock here as well. Okay, so data, custom, primitive data. And this is already, the primitive scene data is already set to a pointer to this. So I think if I just, or rather the scene proxy description, custom primitive data equals data custom primitive. So like, I think me just setting that should be enough. I hope. Should I move temp? I think move temp is slightly more performant here. This custom data shouldn't be that large, you know? It shouldn't be that big of a thing. Do I need a num custom data anywhere? I don't think so. I think it kind of maybe just infers it or something. I wasn't setting it before and it was fine, so we'll see. We will see. Okay, I think this is good on this front now. Let's go back to the ISM subsystem. We have the mesh. If ISM doesn't contain it, boop, 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 ba, ba, ba. I think we'll just comment some stuff out here. Don't need to initialize any ISM actors anymore, which is nice. There is going to need to be a lot of places here, though. There is going to need to be a lot of places that are updated. Where do I use the I use the ISM in order to update the instance transform by ID. So like maybe let's change that real quick before we get too deep in here. Like let's make a function that can swap between those. Let's make a function that can swap between them. Yeah, which will kind of feel like unnecessary. It'll feel like we're recreating the wheel here, but this is almost like an interface. This is almost like an an interface at this point. Update instance transform. I guess it's set custom data, right? Set custom data. So let's rename that over here. And so we'll do, give me that. Update instance transform. Where did this one? Oh, I didn't create it. Okay. Yeah, I guess we don't need, we just need to do the entity data, right? Kind of weird. The ISM entity data, it does live on the ECS system. Anim data, should I just do entity and transform? Does this have the component, primitive component ID, or the... It's a primitive instance ID, which is different. It's different. Maybe let's just, I think maybe we should just put this on, let me put this on the actual, let me put this on the ISM data. Let me put this on the actual ISM data. I think that's slightly more clear, slightly more straightforward. The anim, I don't need the anim data at all. I don't need the entity at all. Should I be updating the transform stuff here? I kind of have to change what I'm doing. Or I could do something like this, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So go back to that find. Let's go here and we'll just do, because we should already have essentially updated the ISM data. So it's because we're just passing it directly in. So we can just, let's just call it. Let's just do update instance transform there. And honestly, new transform, I don't even know that that's necessary now. We'll keep it like that just to be a bit more clear that we are indeed using custom data there. And then here, we don't need that check either, actually. ISM, that's not going to be used anymore, at least not from there. Let's change the order of this as well to match how we do it up. upwards, upstream. Okay, and this will change substantially anyway, but do I even use this one anymore? No, let's delete that. Okay, I guess neither of those are needed anymore. I mean, I'll probably end up deleting this instance static mesh actor eventually, so. Probably end up deleting. Add attachment instance. Do I use that? Do I use that? That does get used. Okay, so we will need to... Okay, and I guess this is where we initialize it. This one still needs to happen, I think. That one still needs to happen. And I'll just need to swap that out in the subsystem layer. Remove, yeah, okay. Okay. And so from here, add entity ISM instance. Are we not calling the... Hang on. Are we not calling add instance here? That should probably do. Let's make that do the same thing. Marcus, welcome in. Good morning. Yeah, let's do the same thing here. So that we can isolate this a bit. So, yeah, add instance. I'll really just copy all that so we can isolate this in here. I guess I would need to do this part out, where was it? Pop that over here. We still need the actor, ISM actor, but then we would do add instance and the transform. Using CLang or MSVC, that's all handled by Unreal Engine. There's no choice there. Add instance. I need to pass in the ISM data, right? Yeah, we need to pass in the ISM data. Entity. You can swap to CLang and the build config XML. Ah, neat. Yeah, I don't really fuck with any of that stuff. I guess we wouldn't need the transform at this point because we can just grab the transform here. ISM into ISM, that just equals this ISM. This. And what do I do for the attachment ISMs? Wait a second. Entity ISM. There you go. Static custom, that still needs to be set. But it's just the ID. It's just the ID, basically. Okay, that's the bare minimum. Add instance ISM entity data. So that can be gone. Yeah, okay, so we just need to do that. And then we don't really need it to return the primitive instance ID at this point, but we'll keep it there for posterity. And I suppose ISMs, if it contains the mesh, that's just initializing it. Honestly, ISMs.add mesh ISM actor. This isn't how I should be doing this anymore, but I'll leave it there for now. Just curious because it's more heavily worked on than MSVC, but compile time wise, how much of a difference it makes. But I don't know how much difference it makes unless your project is quite large. Yeah, I don't really know anything about that, honestly. I haven't fucked with compile settings at all. Add entity int. Okay, so this is the new way of doing, or the old way of doing it rather. ISM actor, remove instance. Does that clear it? I mean, this all just kind of clears it. Let's do this. Ugh, oh, this is so annoying, kind of. It's so kind of annoying. I don't think I need those debug logs anymore. Okay, put it back. Ugh. Okay. Public. That's all fine. Yeah, love me some Age of Mythology and Age of Empires as well. I think both of their music was great. Okay, so we've isolated that a little bit. Maybe I broke that, but we're gonna comment that out for now. We're not doing that way anymore. What we're going to do is we have the scene proxy ISM. We're going to add instance there. Static custom data. And I guess that we're just doing the static custom data because, yeah, it had the actual custom data hasn't been calculated yet at this point. See, what did I do with the ISM thing? Oh, yeah. So so we're gonna need to update these as well. I don't know. Does it make more sense to just put this on the subsystem? Because then I need to like store this information on there. I should probably change how I'm doing all of this. Yeah, I should probably update all of this. Probably, maybe. Static custom data equals that. Add instance. Well, this should be custom data, but it won't have been updated at this point. So I guess we just initialize it. Yeah. And then here, I guess what we're going to do is scene proxy ISM remove instance. Right, because this ID is not it ain't rat anymore. ISM entity data dot, yeah, so that's not going to be correct anymore because we want component ID. So that's going to get set. Is it ready to use BP subsystems automatically like it happens with C++ subsystems? I'm having to enable it on the asset manager. Yeah, I had to do the asset manager stuff as well, which is super annoying because like having a subsystem with like some configurable U properties is really nice. But also one thing you may want to do, Marcus, if you haven't already, is this thing right here. Make sure you screenshot this so that you don't accidentally create two of the same subsystem. So, should create subsystem should return get class has any flags compiled from blueprint so that you only load and run the blueprint one. I need this guy's Adderall. My Adderall is just coffee and passion. I just made the C++ subsystem abstract. Oh, does that work? Huh, that's a nice slick way to do it as well. Life without meds is a constant seg fault. Well, I'm happy the meds help you. Why was I passing in anim data here? Just to get the static mesh? Yeah. Let me think here. What else do I need to do? Probably just... I suppose we'll keep the attachments as the regular ones, and we'll just do the entities as scene proxy meshes. Finally a chill stream. Welcome in, my dude. Welcome in. Yeah, but I guess we just need to update the this one here. So we're not going to do that anymore. We are going to do, I guess I need to set the, and I guess it doesn't really make sense to do it on here anymore. I guess it doesn't really make sense to do it on here anymore. Yeah, let's do what I was doing before where I put it on the subsystem here. Update instance transform. I think I just need ISM entity data. Set instance custom data. Actually, undo. Let's just make it. Let's update instance. Update instance, and I'll handle everything from there. I will handle everything from here. Scene proxy ISM, update instance transform, set custom data. There we go. Yeah, I guess that can be made const. Update instance, I don't want that to be const because that's kind of disingenuous as to what's happening. I am happy to save you from shorts doom scrolling, but then you have to defend the Vanguard, which is the brain dead YouTube Shorts chatters. You have to you have to help out. Don't give the trolls attention. And so I guess what we're doing here is just ISM subsystem update instance. Yeah, we'll comment those out. Oh, those ones need to stay. We're going to keep attachments there for now. Keep attachments there. The mouse movement camera follow is a OBS plugin script that I found. It's called OBS Zoom Follow Mouse. Is this it? Are we good? Let's rebuild and see what happens. We are not good. We are most definitely not good. It doesn't like move temp there on const object. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. We'll just make that non-const. Yeah, it's... Well, I don't think I want to move temp there, actually. I don't think I want to move temp there. Actually, yeah, let's not do that. We're going to copy it. Or I guess we const ref it, yeah. And then no move temp. And I don't think I should move temp here either. Well, this is a JetBrains IDE. It's called Rider. It's for game development. Okay, let's see here. Okay, hopefully this just works. Cross your fingers, guys. That'd be so sick if this would just work. I am like 90% certain that it's gonna crash immediately, though. Like 90% certain. So we are very likely going to have to iron out the kinks. So let's delete that spawner there, and then let's just like try to spawn 10 entities here. I didn't mean to do new editor window, but here we are. Yes, okay, so we immediately crashed. Very good, very good. What, it just didn't... This is not what I thought it would fail on. This is not what I thought it would fail on. What are you saying? Just destruct items? On which array are we destructing items on? This is null. Let's make a copy. Just copy the custom data in, that's fine. That was not what I thought it would fail on. So what I've been trying to do here is in Unreal Engine, there's this notion of actors and components, which are great, but they have a drawback in that you have to update them on the game thread. So anytime you like change the position of one of them, that has to happen on the game thread. For an ECS system, that's a performance bottleneck. And so I used to have them in instance static mesh components, all my entities as vertex animated instance static mesh components, but I'm trying to just use the scene proxies directly, scene proxy meshes directly, which will allow me to update the transforms on any thread, which hopefully should make it more performant. We're trying to test that out now. Dude, same thing. Like why what's your deal here? Why are you bad? Oh, this does have a num custom floats here. Does that matter? So it was working fine. It was working fine when I just did like this. I just like append custom data instead. Oh, they do it with like a mem copy here. That feels so heavy-handed. Just set it equal. Okay, so I mean they do it there too. Is this even the right data though? Or did a writer just tell me? Like just anything that has data on it. Yeah, that's not even the right data. Not even the right data. Give me one moment. How did you determine that it might be more performant? I mean, I guess I haven't determined that it... Like, how did I mean, I just asked a question. Is it more performant or not? And so, that's what I'm trying to test out. I'm trying to make the determination now, I suppose. Bro, why is this so difficult? Am I going crazy here? Why is this so stupid? Is this data like okay, let's do this. Set it equal to a new array. What's the difference between a primitive scene desk and a scene proxy desk? Yeah, you know, I couldn't really tell you. I mean, they're just different structs, right? So the scene description requires the proxy description on it. So the scene description, I suppose, just has some more information and contains the proxy description. You know, what are those actually representing? I'm not fully sure. Bro, can I please just add, like, dude, I was literally doing this before. Can I just please add some fucking stupid ass, like, look at this. I was doing this before. Is it because I fucking put it in the, is it because I moved? Oh, it's because I moved it. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Put it back. Put it back. It's probably because I did this part. Yeah. Let's do this at the end. Okay, now let's try it. Dude, I am not deleting my data properly. It is not getting cleaned up properly. And that's concerning. Like, my system memory is way too high right now. So there is a memory leak here. I could tell when it was compiling, it said it didn't have enough RAM to compile on every core. Which is concerning. It is concerning. Primitive component ID is valid. Primitive component ID is valid. Does it have to be non-zero? Okay, so maybe I should start it at 0. Is valid, great. Okay, yeah, so I should start that above 0. Start that at 1. Okay, try that again. One more time. Okay, let's see if this works now. Can I finally spawn things? Oh my god, yay, they spawned, I saw it. Okay, but we have a lot of issues. They did spawn, things did spawn here. Oh boy, okay. Why, what, and why? Oh man, these are gonna be hairy to figure out. Yeah, I really wish that I could debug this a bit more effectively, because this is all render thread stuff. Render pipeline, which like none of this is really debuggable. You really have to understand how the rendering works, and I don't. And I definitely don't. I can use Unreal Insights? How would I use Unreal Insights to debug this? You don't know. I use Insights all the time. Oh, for leaks? Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about that at the moment. Yeah, I have used that. I need something here to tell me like what is being used. I guess there's a texture or something. I wish I could tell which texture. I mean, I guess there is some information on the texture here, but like this gives me nothing. Well, I guess it's because it's null. Material. I should probably take a peek at the instanced static mesh component proxy and try to copy that. Because this is going to be, let's rebuild. Let's just try to spawn one thing and see if that works. If that doesn't work, because like I know this issue happens when I've like corrupted a material essentially, and it didn't get deleted properly. Which probably was the case when I was crashing there a lot. So let's just spawn one. Probably still going to crash here. No. Okay, something happened. Yeah. Oh boy, I wish I could tell what was happening. It is having a shader issue though. I think that shader is kind of fucked. I fixed this in the past by properly deleting the data. And which is the source of my memory leak as well. But like I don't know like why. I don't know why. Let me look how much memory I'm using up here. Yep, okay. So end play. Yeah, it's like I guess when we crash this doesn't like work properly probably. Is that creating a copy? Well, no, it should be a ref. Let's just try a new material for the mesh here. Maybe we can just go back to this guy. The actual one that I'm supposed to be using. Same issue, yeah. Same issue. God damn. Okay, so I need to create a new material. Okay. I guess just I have so many. Let's delete these two. Delete those two. Force delete. Yeah. And then we will file, save all. Duplicate this one again. Open up the this one. Oh, I fucking didn't change that one. That was probably the issue. Oh my god. Well, we created a fucking ton of them, didn't we? Okay, hang on. Hang on. They are all nanite as well. That's crazy looking. Look at the overdraw here. Look at the fucking overdraw one down here. It is a fucking hotspot. End play. Okay, why am I adding instances all the fucking time? That is not what should be happening. Oh, it's because it's not checking if it's valid or not. Yeah. Right. So we're just calling that all the time. So change this to component ID.isValid. Then let's make sure we need to like reset that, right? Yeah, we do. Okay. So let's rebuild that. Hopefully that everything got cleaned up properly and we can like run it again. I'll definitely need to get to the bottom of like why things aren't getting cleaned up properly, because I have a feeling that's not only is causing a memory leak, but also those crashes I have are probably related. Yeah, like I can't even use all my cores for compiling right now. How's the system working? We're figuring it out. Things are spawning, things are nanite, so working in some regard, but we've got some issues to iron out. Okay, hopefully we don't need to do anything. Interesting. He has shadows, which is actually kind of interesting. But I guess we didn't add... What happened here? What happened here? Are you using Nanite for characters? Doesn't Unreal recommend not using Nanite on deforming mesh? I am using Nanite for my characters. I don't know if that recommendation is true or not, but I am not deforming the characters, so regardless of whether that's recommended, it doesn't matter for me at the moment. I guess let's try and find somewhere. We are updating instance. Okay, so this is not working properly. Update primitive transform, right? It's like kind of abstracted. Primitive view object is null. Does that matter? I guess it probably doesn't matter all that much. Primitive scene data. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that it is doing things. Why do I feel like the shadow is showing? The shadow is showing. Which is weird. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, I need to like restart my PC. Okay, so when a crash happens, how do you make sure shit is cleaned up? Like, do I need to put it in the destructor? But like, even if I put it in the destructor, does that get called when something crashes? Like, how do you prevent memory leaks when a crash happens, you know? Yeah, I can't even do this. I'm curious, does this show like nanite stuff? No, it doesn't. He's also not animating. Maybe restarting Rider is enough. No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Unfortunately. Like, Rider is only taking up 8,000 megabytes. I have 64 gigs of RAM, so it's taking up about 8 gigs. Chrome is 2 gigs. And yet I'm at 70+% system utilization. And like I've encountered this before, like even if you close Rider and stuff, like if I closed everything on my PC, I guarantee you my PC would be sitting at 50% memory usage right now because there's just a bunch of like phantom RAM, phantom memory taken up. Is there any breakpoint that I like want to do here? Can't run live coding. Okay, I guess we are going to add the ISM instance. Yeah, I don't know what information I would garner from breakpointing through this. Okay, that actually worked. His custom data is not updating properly, though. And now it doesn't work. It worked once. It worked once. Okay, we added multiple. Scene proxy is null. Where the fuck is he now? Jesus Christ. That's not... There he is. So wait, that should have added an instance. Why did that not? Did you enable Nanite skeletal mesh feature? I don't use skeletal meshes. I mean, that's a skeletal mesh. But these guys are not. The instance static... They're instance static mesh. What I'm working with doesn't relate to skeletal meshes. And in any case, it's kind of outside the bounds of the mesh concept in Unreal Engine. Okay, why did I not properly... Let's go here. Does this happen? Where is he at? There he is. Okay, let's hop back. Okay, we're still not interesting. Okay. It's my code that's wrong. Of course. How could I be so foolish? How could I be so foolish? Where is the, yeah, this guy. Where is he? Where is he at? Where is he at? Here he is. Okay. My code is wrong. My code is wrong. Okay, did it not unset the component ID? Am I crazy here? How would that not have unset the component ID? Custom data is wrong. Well, that might be why he's not. Oh, I need static custom data plus custom data. Static custom data is empty as well. Okay, so there's a lot I need to fix, and it's with my own code. Okay, I do have a valid ISM. We get here, so we've removed. I guess, like, what's the constructor of component ID is 0. 0 is allegedly invalid. I guess let's just, like, go to the next frame. He still has a valid entity data. That's very odd. This is the one I used before when I had a mem leak without rebooting. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind moving forward. Maybe try that off stream or something. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just explicitly set it there. Oh, and you're not going to be able to run live coding, are you? It would be nice to not have to restart the editor. I need you to just compile one file. Can you please do that for me? Can you please do that for me? Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to, I want to put a breakpoint here, and we'll see if component ID is bad there. I don't know why I'm creating multiple here. That should have returned a valid ID. I did start the IDs at next ID, which starts at 1, which should be valid. How is that possible? Am I crazy right now? Like, I am literally setting this equal to I am resetting this. Like, I am setting this equal to a completely new version. But it says here, right after I do that, the component ID is not, it's the old one. That's so weird. Team Proxy is valid there. Okay, but I think we're working now in terms of adding and removing. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. My attachments kind of fucking suck, don't they? They're not getting removed properly. And I did slightly change that, didn't I? Remove attachments. I guess I didn't really, actually. I guess I didn't change that at all. Okay, so custom data. I don't think is happening properly. Let's make sure we're getting here first of all. New custom data is empty, is 8. Okay, we are getting there. I do see it being updated. Yeah, what else do I need to do to like update that? Do I just need to... Should I just do that as a part of the update transform? Let's do the update transform afterwards. Ah, update custom primitive data. That's probably the key. That is probably the key. Although maybe doing the... I guess I'm going to assume that doing the update primitive transform probably marks it as dirty anyways. And we'll update it. So let's see if that happens first. Okay, still nothing happened. Well, let's change. I think I may also need I think I also need this to be. Let's try this now. Okay, maybe I do need the update custom primitive data. a pointer to the primitive component, which is the same thing. It's a primitive scene desk. This needs the primitive component. Wait. And then, oh, you're right, and then give it the custom primitive data. Because it doesn't want the pointer. What do you want again? Yeah, you want a ref to f custom primitive data. Bro, why am I setting it on there? I'm just gonna fucking use this. Okay. That, let's try that. Let us try. Let us try. This is coming along, though. This is coming along. I'm glad our materials aren't being all fucksy-wucksy anymore. Uh-oh. Of course, right when I fucking say that. Right when I fucking say that, dude. Why? Does it not like material instances? Conan, welcome in. All was well. And then I jinxed it. So, does it not like material instances? Because everything was fine. I mean, I used it once and it was fine. I used the material instance once and it was fine. Because, like, can you do custom data in a non-material instance? I forgot if you need it to be a material. Like, I know, like, I have the custom data there, right? Like, I'm gonna guess putting this back on still is broken. Of course it, so it actually worked, the material, the base material is fine. So it is an issue with material instances. It is an issue with material instances. Okay, that's gonna be, oh, that's gonna be so thorny. Pretty sure it has to be material instance or material instance dynamic. Yeah, that's what I thought too. And that would make sense for what I'm saying, which is it not accepting the custom data. I used the plugin startup module to automatically add the configuration for the subsystem. Now I don't need to manually configure it. I'm not familiar with the startup module plugin. Is that a third-party one? I do like that I have some nice shadows now, though. We'll see how unperformant that is later. How do I make material instances work now? That's, I guess, the next problem. Is it a material instance issue, or is it specific to a material instance of that particular material? Well, I guess the order of operations that happened was... I mean, I can create a... Okay, so what happened was, you know, I was using this base material, which is this one. And then I reparented this one to that. I started it. It spawned correctly and successfully. And it was fine. And then what, like I rebuilt the engine to test something out, and then the next time I tried, it crashed. So it's like it used the material instance once, and then like, I don't know, didn't clean it up or something properly. That's kind of what it seems like to me. But we can test, I suppose I can just throw in another material instance somehow. Or somewhere. Okay, he's gonna look like corn. Give him the corn material instance. We'll see if it he is corn now. Corn. Of course, the materials also don't load on... Okay, well this, that failed already. Corrupted the material instance, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't, it's so fucking hard to tell, man. Debugging GPU render command type stuff is... nigh impossible, I'll be honest. Nigh impossible. Thank you for the sub, by the way, guys. Thank you for the subs. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, like what do I look at here? What can I look at here to see what the issue is? It's something to do with textures. Something to do with the texture that's not being okay. What texture that is, though, I have zero idea. Now I've seen proxy meshes. I'm so here. Yeah, we got it working. We got it working. But now we're dealing with, like, material issues. It doesn't seem to like material instances. I have no idea what they are. So, I'm trying to bypass the need for components at all. Because, like, you know, I use the instanced static mesh components that are vertex animated. But anytime I want to move a component instance, I need to like update the instance transform, which needs to happen on the game thread. Now you can use these scene proxies and just add the mesh through the scene proxy, the scene interface directly. And you don't need to do that on the game thread. So you just kind of completely bypass the need for a component. And you create these like scene proxies, these scene descriptions, scene info data. And you can spawn a mesh without the need for a component, basically. And I'm trying to see if that's going to be more performant or not, but we're running into just like a lot of... It's hard to get it to work correctly, I guess. I'm getting these crashes, texture-related crashes, whenever I try to use a material instance. And so there's like a lot... There's just like so much that's, of course, like... This is like uncharted territory, right? Like, there's a ton of shit that's just like undocumented. So it's just like I kind of have to just guess and check at like what is needed. Deep in Sweeney country. Yeah, that's right. This is basically Tim Sweeney's backyard. Override. I mean... Oh, how I wish you would just tell me something. Give me something. Anything. SRT? What is SRT here? Of course, I don't have information on that, do I? A resource map. Dirty buffers. Ugh. No one likes a dirty buffer. There are, I guess there's a bunch of null pointers in here, like... View uniform shader params. Material parameter collection instance resources. Material. You know what? I'm not setting the num custom floats or whatever, so maybe I should do that. I don't know if that's going to help. The last one we got to was Nanite shading uniform parameters. Which is just, you know, very enlightening. So enlightening. Was it this one that I could set the num on? Num custom primitive data floats. Oh, it's a static number. Wait, what? It's 9 times 4. Is that just like the max or something? Okay, never mind. I don't need to set that then. Custom render pass. Finish update primitive transform. How is that important? What does that do? It's only for a batch update. Okay. What else could be the issue here? Like, regular materials work fine. Yeah, maybe let's just let's create. Oops, I need to remove that. Let's create just a. I mean, I tried it with a blank, with like a completely new, like different material instance, and that still crashed. So. Right or chill. What else can I do about this? I didn't see anything about a material instance. We could create scene proxy. Get render data is initialized. So we should get here. We should get to one of these things. We should get to the static mesh component. Scene proxy. Is there anything about... What else needs to be here? Oh, Flame Studio, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Has material errors. Indicates if one or more materials contain settings not supported by Nanite. Interesting. Material sections. Wonder also, I could use a different mesh as well. Learning game dev, learned about functions in C++ today. Nice. There's a lot of things about materials in here. On materials updated. F material render proxy. I don't know that I see that in anything. The only place I'm seeing it is an instant static mesh. Nanite scene proxy. Not that even if I did, I would know what I could even do with this. Primitive scene proxy. Verify used materials. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. let's throw a breakpoint there. He's still got a material. He's still got the corn. Still got the corn material instance. Okay, let's take a look at the data here and just kind of look through. Anything look weird? It's null pointer, right? Because I move tempt. We have to look at instance map here. Shit. I'm reading that supposedly material instances are tied back to the game thread. But what does it all mean, Basil? What does it all mean? Greetings from Germany. Well, hello over there in Germany. Material relevance. I guess I'll see like what is and isn't populated. It's cool that you can also have collision on these guys. Scene proxy description. Primitive scene data. Primitive scene ID. Scene proxy, which is just the... Did I look at that already? Maybe not. Scene proxy base. Material sections. Fruits. That is the parents, I suppose, for the corn. Corn is a fruit. You heard it here. Owner, MI, corn, fruit. I see a material instance thingy in here. Texture parameter array. There's no way it has to do with like potentially setting like a mismatched number of custom data. There's no way, right? Because the root is or the end issues seem to be some texture didn't exist or something. It was a null pointer. Scene proxy is null right here. Scene proxy is null here. What about scene info data? Scene proxy isn't null there. Does that matter? Hmm. Should stop it from adding multiple when I don't need to. That's for sure is easy. But remove component off there too, because that component, like, I don't know what it uses the component for. Maybe I should leave the static mesh on there. Although I feel like when I did that, I had issues. Nanite resources. This is all just like a bunch of raw data, so I can't even tell what the hell it's used for. Real relevance. Continue, I guess. Why are we're adding? Oh, we're adding a lot. Yeah, we're adding a lot. Okay. And here we are. And here we are. Texture desk doesn't, it actually doesn't tell me anything. You'd think it would help. Retrieve texture. So like we're not sending, and it's giving me a GPU index. Name, illegal name. I'm noob. What's going on, dude? I don't even know. I don't even know. What's going on is we're struggling with issues with material instances on our scene proxy meshes. So the RHI viewable resource seems to be that seems to be what the issue is. It has a legal name here, so it's like, I don't know, it's not getting added or something properly. Owner name none. Ground uniform buffers. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. SRT texture map get data. I wish I could see what that was. Shader resource table. But yeah, I wish I could see what that was. Shader, get shader resource table. Hey, why can't I see that? That's why can't I see that? Shader. Ah, there it is. Okay, yeah, none of this is, yeah, this is raw data. This is absolutely raw data. So I can't, this is not helpful. This is not helpful at all. Let me hit up Elliot here. If he has any ideas. Let's rebuild. I wonder if I should leave, let me leave the static mesh component on there. Or leave the static mesh on the static mesh component. Let me try that. I'm gonna spawn an extra one. Yeah, and then you can, you can stay as a piece of corn. Boom, welcome in. Welcome into Struggle City. Let me be the first to welcome you. I mean, I made progress this morning, so I'm not, it's not like it's going poorly. I can't use material instances on these scene proxies. I mean, we spawned a few, but then yeah, we just get to the same, is this the same place? Is this the same crash? Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Yeah, we still get this like a legal name on this texture. And I'll just verify. We can just verify that I will pass in the material parent for this instance, and then it'll run fine. I presume. Right now, I'm using just some random corn material. Okay, let's go back to the mesh. Let's go back to the mesh. Go to corn, fruit. Find parent. Fruits, yes. Make him fruit. So theoretically, this should be fine. Let's change the spawning to just one. Yeah, he's fine. There's the static mesh component. And also, like, the material doesn't load initially. He's like flowing in the breeze. It's cute. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it is confirmed. It is confirmed. What the hell is that? GITF export? I wonder if I should, like, let's do something like, okay, grab me that. Go back to our original material. What kind of game are you making? It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI-generated quests. And then, should I just, like... If we have a base materials array, use that. Override materials. Nanite override. Yeah, I wonder... We have a nanite override. Use that. I mean, we wouldn't. I mean, maybe I should provide it in override materials, but like... Wait, first of all, where are override materials provided at? Where are override materials? Is this the override materials or what? What is this? Oh, is that in the component? Override materials are in the component, right? Well, that doesn't help me at all. I don't know, maybe I give it the base and then provide the instance as override materials. I don't know. I don't know. Material cache texture. I guess I could just manually assign override materials here, but I don't think that fixes the issue, does it? T-array view, so they need to be set to an array. Overlay material. Material interface. Material slots overlay material. That's they're material interfaces. What is material relevance? How do fucking material instances work? Huh? Let's look static mesh components. Set material. I've done this so many times. I've set material on a static mesh so many times. So what do you do? What do you do here that I'm incapable of, huh? The material interface, which could be an instance. Material instance, it casts it. Like we were setting a dynamic instance of the original material or replacing a null pointer material. No, we should dirty the material parameter name cache. Add to cluster. Recache PSOs. What is a PSO? On assigned as override. Doesn't, I guess it doesn't, I need to find out what's implementing that, right? It does add it to override materials when you set a material. But how does that work when a static mesh it just already has the materials on it? What happens on set static mesh? I guess I don't see anything specific to materials here. Other than like render state being dirty. What else can I do here? What else can I do? Info data. Nothing related to materials there. Scene description. Render matrix, which I don't think matters. It's all about the proxy desk, really. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I have any options here. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not getting any ideas either. I mean, just trying to set, I guess just trying to set it as an override material and seeing if it works that way. For is that where the materials are stored? I want to know like how many. I guess I would get the material in each slot, right? I feel like it's like get static materials or something. You know, let's do something like this. I'm just gonna set like the first one. Oh, right, it's a make array view. But an array view is like a pointer to an array. So should I just like get used materials? Or get, what was it? Get static materials? T array view of T object pointer material interface, and this is static material. I guess I can just create like a T array. Material interface pointer materials for each in get static materials. Okay, we can try that. I have zero confidence in that. I have zero confidence that that's going to help us out. Let me look at update custom primitive data to see if that can give me any insights here. Do I do scene proxy or do I do scene proxy or the other one? I do the scene description. Is this one update custom primitive data, which it just gets the scene proxy anyway. Okay. Primitive updates. Update payload type is F update custom primitive data. Primitive scene proxy, custom primitive data, item payload value. Primitives needing uniform buffer update. I mean, that doesn't do a whole lot. All that does is set it on the scene proxy, which I already have and can set. Yeah, we'll see if the override material thing did anything. I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess no, it didn't. What? Wait, I have had this happen before. Where it works once, but then I'll redo it and it won't. Also, it is the material instance, and the material instance information is not updating. If it's already on, never mind. Do the render command, moving the payload. The primitive, it's using primitive scene info. Does primitive scene info have all the data? What else is here? Primitive scene ID. That should be pretty static, right? Can you tell me why Unreal Engine 5 games melt even high-end hardwares? Because developers don't optimize. Because the business side of game development does not allot time or priority for it. Until the very end, when it's too late. And the advent of over-the-air updates and streaming and internet speeds, you know, essentially the ecosystem of not having to ship a game in a physical copy in a box and sit on a shelf where you can't update it. That means that we can get away with shipping games that are either not complete or not optimized, and then we can do those things later. Which is not a good thing. Right. But that is the world we live in, so we are capable of getting away with that as game developers, and so that's what the industry does, especially when the business side pushes that. I personally blame the business side of game development. Every publisher, every investor wants the game out yesterday. Doesn't care if it's updated or optimized or whatnot. I wonder if I turned Nanite off, would this get better? I wonder. MALS Master 1. So that is not the material instance. That is not the material instance. So yeah, the answer is there's nothing really that specific about Unreal Engine other than Unreal Engine makes it really easy to make games in general. Unreal Engine makes it really easy to make, even RTX 5090 can't max out Unreal Engine 5 games. That's not true. I'm sure there are some, like I know Borderlands 4 is not very well optimized. But that is you're making like drastic, you know, Reddit take level generalizations. Like, I understand on average Unreal Engine games that have been released have poor performance. And that is for the reasons that I just said. Like, I'm making an Unreal Engine 5 game, I have a 3080 Ti, and I can run my game fucking great. So, yeah, that's entirely on the dev's fault. Pretty much. I mean, I'm sure that there are some things Unreal Engine can improve, but like, people have shipped optimized Unreal Engine 5 games before. It's not impossible. Why aren't you getting custom? Why isn't custom data good? Why are you no good? So it used material, custom. I can get custom primitive data. What does that return from? Why can't I update? What, wait, custom primitive data. Did I put that on there? I put it on the scene proxy desk. Wait, was that not public? Oh no, it's private. Wait, how does this get set? I don't think custom data works with Nanite mesh. It's false. I've used it before. In proxy desk, get custom primitive data. Okay, so it like sets it when it creates it, but then how does it ever get updated again? Primitive scene proxy. I mean, I guess this is where it gets updated. So I hope we're getting there. Can I breakpoint that? Can I please have some debug data, please? Please. But I mean, I guess this is empty. There's no like... Okay, so I guess we need to go here. Wait, is it not being updated? Oh, now we're here. Now we are here. Okay. And I still don't have debug data. Come on. Come on. I mean, I guess we are getting here and setting the custom data. I mean, I guess let me... Can you please hit my breakpoint? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This instance map, give me that one instance. Let me see if that actually got set on the proxy. Wait, where's the proxy, scene proxy? You have custom data in you somewhere. It is getting set in there. It is getting set. The custom data is getting set, but we're not, I guess we're just straight up not, it's not getting passed to like the fucking... It's not getting passed to the material instance. Primitive component ID is 2354. Where do I set that? That is on scene info data, primitive scene ID, which is 4. Okay, so I guess there's one on the proxy, the scene proxy as well. Get primitive component ID. Okay. That got changed by something. That does get set initially. It would, at least. Is there a way to debug whatever the custom data is within a material? I'm gonna guess no. Where did I see that primitive component ID that was like crazy large? The hell was that at? Here it is. It is on the primitive scene proxy, which should have been initialized. To what I gave it. So that seems like it might be an issue, although I'm looking for like where it's used and I don't see it like being used on anything really that related. I guess let's go back to this renderer scene. Where is this custom primitive data read from? I guess that's my next question. And I suppose we have to go here, which is probably used in a lot of places. No, not really. Primitive scene proxy. Why? This is only used in like 3 places. Go static mesh scene proxy. Get custom I mean, I don't see anywhere that this would actually get used at. Unless it does so like super generically. This would be where it doesn't. Grabs the proxy. Proxies to update. Add primitive to update. What do you do real quick? It does add it to primitives to update. Update uniform buffer. Primitive params. Build a uniform shader parameters. Okay, so it does pass it into here. That's right there. It passes that component ID into there. And then there's got to be like some custom data pass here as well. Maybe they call it something else there. Custom primitive data, there it is. There it is. Okay, is there something special I have to do to mark it as like... Well, I know in the material you can mark if it's used for instanced static meshes, right? Has instance data buffers. Get instance scene data buffers. I should probably, let me figure out, ooh, right. Let's do something like, let's initialize from instance static mesh component. Maybe that, or at least we can at the very least take a look at it. Take a look at what initialize from static from. What do you do in here? That is so special. Instance data scene proxy. Yeah, maybe I need to be using this. Get instance data scene proxy. What is this supposed to be? What is an F instance data scene proxy? Yeah, maybe we should change this to a U static mesh component. Rebuild and cross our fingers that dynamic materials work now. I got it. Oh my god, my computer is begging to be restarted right now. Begging for it. Yeah, do I need to do anything? Because all I really do is set the static mesh. Is that enough? No. It didn't crash though, so that's actually kind of surprising. Actually kind of surprising. Oh, I did the wrong one. That makes sense. Oh god, I gotta like fucking rebuild here. I have to hop off though. I'm way past time once again. Let's find out who's streaming and send you guys over somewhere. Pretty spooky project. Let's just give this a run real quick, see if it works. If it works. There is literally nothing spawned. Oh. The scene isn't set, nor is the get instance data scene proxy. Primitive instance manager. The proxy is null. Why? Maybe because I haven't added an instance to it. Do I need to add an instance? I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna send you guys over to Fractal Grove though. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Probably kind of a boring stream. It's kind of deep in the weeds here. So hopefully we can get out of the weeds and get this figured out before too long. And yeah, but thanks everyone for sticking around. Those who did. Hopefully I'll see you guys again some other time and we can continue making some good